Let's offer a bit of sacred herb to a sacred tree. Ah, a discovery. The grandmother cedar tree that I'm standing in is also going into berry right here, which I would never have noticed if I hadn't stopped to light the sage. This is a symbolic offering of white sage. It's a gesture of respect. The plants really invite us to slow down, to shift gears out of the day-to-day mentality, and especially out of the pushing forward that we're always encouraged to do in our culture, the yang, yang, go, go, go thing, but to be still or to be receptive. So this is grandmother cedar, Thuja occidental, and this is a sacred tree. All trees and plants are sacred. And this tree in particular, though, is helpful for coming into alignment, bringing together your material being with your spiritual being. All spiritual medicine, if it's truthful, will have a physical counterpart. And all physical medicine always has a spiritual counterpart. So if we think about that this tree is used by traditional people, say for example the Anishinaabe people, who are known in the dominant culture as Chippewa, but they call themselves Anishinaabe. The Anishinaabe people use grandmother cedar extensively in ceremony, and it's a tree whose medicine is used for engendering good energy, good medicine, and for protection is not the perfect word, but I'll use that word for now, protection from energy that you don't want. What is commonly called negative energy. But my first teacher used to say to us, negative energy, negative, that's something you don't like, positive, that's what you like. So all energy is simply energy, and it's a question of how it's used. But back to grandmother cedar. So spiritually, we can use this plant. For example, it's used in a sweat lodge, or in a stone people lodge, as some call it. We can dry the leaves and burn grandmother cedar, which I find very beautiful to do in ceremony, and also to do if one is doing a ritual where somebody has been violated in some way, their person has been violated physically or otherwise. And then if we look at the physical medicine of grandmother cedar, probably two of the most outstanding things about this plant are properties that make her, through certain oils, very strong oils that are in the plant, volatile oils, make this plant both antifungal and antiviral. And so if we think about spiritual protection, right, or we can think about physical protection, right, like strengthening the immune system to help fend off viruses or fungal infections. So I treasure grandmother cedar and use very little tincture internally, but have used that for people, especially with viral warts, with in careful use with HPVs that are of the dangerous strain. Very good, commonly available to use for fungal infections. We could even, I haven't done this, but it occurs to me right this second, we could dry and powder these needly leaves as part of a fungal powder recipe. I have a few recipes for that in the Gift of Healing Herbs, and I have spiritual information as well about grandmother cedar in my first book, Healing Magic. So whether we're using the plant literally in a medicinal preparation, or we are simply being with the tree, grandmother cedar has much good medicine to gift to us.